Have you noticed how when you start your level up journey, you exchange one set of problems for another? Oh yes, this happens. The only difference here is that these new set of problems are good problems. They are the types of problems that tell you you are doing the right thing, that you are on the right path. However, if you still don't handle these good problems properly, they can impede your journey, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Let's get into it. Hello intentional woman, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayanime, and in today's video we're talking about problems, good problems elegant, classy women have when they are leveling up. Now the first problem that I want to address here is the one that we can all relate to, and that is the fact that your love life will slow down. Oh my goodness. Before I started this journey, I had a lot of men around me. I enjoyed the attention. I loved going out with them, hanging out with them, talking to them, and I even liked it when they wanted my attention. But guess what? Thinking about it now, I realized that these men were not men that I wanted to build a life with. They were not quality men. They were not men that I wanted something serious with. I could likely call them placeholders, right? Thinking back, I also realized that being with them would have meant being in a situationship or friends with benefits kind of situation or casual sex, nothing tangible. Then I started this journey, and when I did, my mindset, my priorities, what I wanted in a man changed. The way I presented myself changed. The way I vetted men changed. Everything actually changed. And because of that, a lot of the men that were around me naturally dropped off because we were no longer operating on the same wavelength, so to speak, and they were not a fit for the life I was building for myself. My dating life has slowed way down, and this is going to happen to you also. So if this is happening, you don't have to panic or think there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong, because the beautiful thing with this is that when you elevate your life and your mindset and even your experiences, right, not every man can approach you. Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to have the confidence to come say to you, hello. Anybody coming to you is going to be someone that comes with intention, or at least most of them, not everyone, but most of them. And that's a wonderful thing, because in weeding out a lot of the people you don't want, you're going to find that you start attracting quality people, people that you can somehow see yourself building a life with. So if you are experiencing this, I assure you, you are not missing out on anything. There's nothing wrong with your love life. There's nothing wrong with you, because the reality is you do not need placeholder relationships, situationships, or any of that. You want a wholesome relationship, and when your love life slows down like that, this increases the chances of that happening. Now, problem number 2, and this is actually a problem that I still experience till tomorrow, and that is the fact that people will think you're a snob or you're snooty, acting I'm better than you kind of energy. Once you start this journey, you're going to think back and realize that there are certain behaviors you accepted. Behaviors that you accepted because you wanted to feel among, or it was in the name of we are just having fun, it is the norm, or worse, because you wanted to be a nice person. People pleasing is one of those behaviors. But thanks to this journey, you're going to start seeing those behaviors as toxic, as disrespectful, and unhealthy. And one thing that is going to happen is that you're going to put a stop to it. Now, don't forget that the people around you are used to you acting a certain way. So as you try to enforce your boundaries and adopt certain behaviors, right, they will instantly see you as a snob. They'll think you're difficult, you're acting holier than thou, high and mighty, simply because you now know your boundaries and you are enforcing those boundaries. Some people even become resentful of you enforcing your boundaries, because you not enforcing those boundaries favored them. It was unhealthy to you, but it was helpful to them in their selfish needs, right? So if you are experiencing this, embrace it. Oh, it is a good problem. This is one problem that I love. The fact that people can say to me, oh, you're not so nice. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be nice. I want to be kind. There's a difference, of course, when used in the context I'm talking about. So embrace this problem. It means that your self-respect has grown. Your self-worth has grown. You now know your boundaries. You are no longer scared of setting and enforcing those boundaries. It also means you are breaking new habits and building better habits, and this is a good thing. It is a wonderful thing. So don't allow the tantrums and silly names people are going to call you stop you from continuing on this journey, because you, my darling, are on the right track. The third problem is that your friends will laugh at you. If you are surrounded by women who are not interested in leveling up femininity and elegance journey, you will find that when you start to practice what you are learning, they will make fun of you. Yes, they will. They will tell you you're wasting your time. And if you live in this part of the world, I'm in Nigeria, by the way, they will tell you that doesn't work in Nigeria. I beg, you're wasting your time. Who that want help? We all know how that goes. Some will even tell you it's useless, you're being fake, you're deceiving yourself. They'll be like, I beg, rest with that nonsense that you're doing. You're faking it. You'll soon get tired. Someone has said to me, keep doing soft until you meet an agbero. I have heard it all. Trust me. Like it or not, it is hurtful. It is not easy being around people who are making fun of you as you're trying to improve yourself. It is not. But I'm telling you this. You have to stick with it. You have to continue practicing your etiquette, practicing your feminine mannerisms, speaking softly, carrying yourself with respect, being gentle and being soft as you've always been or as you are trying to be. It is a good problem. It really is. And you also have to understand this. In the beginning of this journey, you will be faking it. That's the truth. Because it is not your default. You are trying out something. You have seen something new, something better that you want to adopt. You are essentially reinventing yourself. So of course, it feels like you're faking it. But here's the beautiful part, right? By the time you stick with it and you stick with it and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, I assure you, at some point it starts to feel like part of you. It feels like second nature, and it is so wonderful. So don't allow these hurtful words that people are saying to you stop you. It is a good problem. It really is. So one thing that I know that really helps is that you shouldn't get defensive. The more you get defensive, the more you give them power over your reaction, the more you're going to feel heavy in your spirit. So yeah, when they tell you you're faking it, yes, I am faking it. I'm reinventing myself. I'm trying something new. I'm gonna fake it until I make it, but in a good way. You can even say, watch out. It'll be loud, okay? Let's say that you make a mistake in front of them and they make fun of you. Instead of getting defensive and try to close off and feel ashamed, laugh. Be like, oh my God, I made that mistake, right? And you laugh with them. Once you get comfortable laughing at yourself, especially in the beginning phase, they don't have anything to say about you anymore. It will lighten your heart, take the power away from these people, and put it right back in your hands. It nullifies their power instantly. Now number 4, but before we get into number 4, are you enjoying this video? Is it resonating with you, speaking to you, helping you really understand what you've been going through? Awesome. Quickly tap on the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a comment in the comment section, and even share this video with somebody, okay? Number 4 is really painful actually, and that is the fact that you will lose some friends or outgrow some friends. Before you start this journey, you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna laugh at you, tell you you're wasting your time, you know, that you don't know what you're doing, right? But then when the results from the effort, the work you're putting in starts to manifest in your life, 2 things tend to happen. The people around you, your friends, will either also want to start their own journey, and those are the secure people around you, or the ones who are not very secure will feel intimidated and gradually fade out of your life. The sad thing about this is that it will not be something that you want or even encourage. Both of you will just simply realize that you are now 2 completely different people. You will realize your mindset is different, your priorities are different, you are now on different life paths, and they by themselves will stop being your friend. They will stop talking to you, calling you, because they will feel like you are going to look down on them even though you're not going to, or they will feel like you've achieved so much and they're not even achieving anything yet, and they'll just fade out of your life. And this is the thing, because you now know your worth, you're not going to start chasing them, trying to cultivate friendship with them. You're essentially also going to return the same energy. And before you know it, you are now virtually strangers. This has happened to me. Yes, it did. And it is painful, especially if this is somebody that you actually love. You'll miss them, you will want to be around them, but you also understand that you cannot force anyone to stay in your life or even start this journey with you. You will also have to understand that you cannot go back to your old self simply to accommodate these people. It will not work, because it will defeat the purpose of starting the journey in the first place. It is painful, I get it, but here's the beautiful part. You will now start attracting new and better friends. Friends who are on this journey with you. Friends who are willing and ready to grow with you. And it is so beautiful because they understand your new reality and they're going to offer you insight and encouragement. So as painful as it may be to be losing your friends, let the fact that you will soon start, or you are attracting better friends, comfort you. Now, problem number 5, good problem of course, and that is that it weeds out toxic family members. One thing about this journey is that it will highlight the toxic people around you. You will begin to notice little things that you had accepted or even dismissed but now realize are extremely toxic. The first people around you that you will notice this about will be family members. Oh yes. Your siblings, aunties, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, even your father and mother. You will realize they are extremely toxic to you, your peace of mind, your growth, your healing process, and even this journey. It is so frustrating, right? Seeing all the toxicity going on around you and you're trying to help, but then the people you're trying to help turn around and see you as the enemy. They think you're a child, you don't know better, they know better. It is really heartbreaking. But as heartbreaking as it is still a good problem, because it means that you now recognize destructive generational patterns and you can now actively put things in place to stop that from continuing from you into the future generation. Because like it or not, generational curses are not only spiritual, it's not just demonic. It is in the way your parents think, it is in the way they raised you, the way they avoided certain topics, the verbal, emotional, or physical abuse that may have happened. It is in the acceptance of toxic behavior as normal. And all these are traits that you can unknowingly carry with you into your relationship, into your marriage, and even into how you raise your children. So recognizing these toxic behaviors is actually a good thing. It tells me that you are healing, that you are beginning to break free from these patterns. So love your family members, but if you can, love them from afar. The fact that you didn't come from a good, healthy family doesn't mean that a healthy, good family cannot come from you. For number 6, you have to take a deep breath, because even as I was writing this particular one, I got teary-eyed. And that is the fact that you will have to continuously forgive yourself so you can heal. Ladies, your past trauma is one of the biggest problems you will face on this journey, because this journey peels off layers and brings you face to face with mistakes you made, mistakes you thought were normal, healthy, or acceptable, mistakes you wouldn't even have thought twice about if you didn't start this journey, mistakes that will make you cringe, feel ashamed of yourself, and even hate yourself. You will randomly remember certain things you did or treatments you accepted from people or from even men in particular, and your skin will crawl. You will feel sad for that younger you that did not know any better. The worst part is that you will also look back and realize how you sabotaged good relationships, good friendships, or even opportunities, because again, you didn't know better. It is a horrible feeling, but it is a feeling that you cannot run away from, because you cannot run from yourself. It's in you, it's within you. So you need to face this feeling, you need to address it, because as painful, shameful as it is a good thing. It is a wonderful thing. It means that you now actually realize you have trauma to heal from. Because a lot of people are walking around and they think they're okay. They think they don't have any trauma, they are perfect. But you, my darling, thanks to this journey, you're beginning to realize that no, I'm not okay. I have trauma, I have baggage, I have a lot of things I need to heal from, and that is just wonderful. It really is. And the fact that you're self-aware feels good and painful at the same time, but I want you to focus more on the good feeling. So accept those feelings. Own the mistakes that will make these feelings creep up. And when these feelings creep up, wrap your arms around yourself, whisper to yourself, I forgive you. You didn't know any better. Read books. Go into therapy if you can afford it. Journal your emotions. Watch YouTube videos like my channel. Do everything that you need to do, because the healthy life you want is on the other side of forgiving yourself and healing from that trauma. Because you cannot drag your old self into this new life you are building. Okay? And now the last problem. This is a problem that it's actually a funny one, and I'm sure it's one you never thought was going to happen to you, or maybe if it hasn't happened yet, trust me, it's going to happen soon. And that is that you will essentially become a coach. Oh yes, women are going to see the results of this journey, right? Of the new life you're manifesting for yourself through the help of God. And they're going to want you to teach them. They're going to come to you and be like, you need to teach me. What are you doing different? Look at you. You're glowing. You look good. I want to know, what is the secret? Even when you don't have a large community, it's still going to happen to you. It may feel intrusive. It may feel overwhelming, but it's actually a good thing. It really is. Because it means that you are a walking embodiment, a walking manifestation of the results any woman can get if they start and stay on this journey. So even though it may be draining and make you feel weird when women approach you to coach them, maybe your friends, family members, colleagues, still see it as a good thing, okay? Share what you can with them, give them resources, direct them to YouTube channels like mine. Do the best you can for them. However, do not become overly emotionally invested in their journey, because even though some of them may actually want to level up their lives, others just want to come close to you just to see if you are all that, to see if you are really that classy, really that elegant, really that feminine. They are there to get some dirt on you and try to figure out who you are. So be careful, okay? Help them, but don't get too emotionally invested. And that's it for today's video. I love to hear your thoughts. You know I do. So share with me in the comment section your thoughts, what resonated with you, what you think it's a current problem that you're dealing with from these list of good problems I just shared with you, and other ones that may not have made the list. I look forward to reading your comments. Now, for more videos on how you can continue being elegant and feminine and classy, I'm going to leave a playlist right here where you can watch after this video. Don't also forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share it with somebody who will find it absolutely valuable. Turn on post notification by clicking that bell right there so that you do not miss next week's video. As always, ladies, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.